Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today for Architect's TileStream and your Tile Talk with Ginny. I'm here to talk to you guys about grout, the ever so mysterious grout, the elusive grout. There's nothing so secret and fancy about grout, just it's magical. And I always think of, any tile installation, tile and grout. They go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. There are some exceptions to the rule. I mean, think about you have every floor that you've ever seen. There's always that line. Hand down over here. Every grout line, you'll see them. This is our showroom, mind you. A wee bit on the dirty side, but we'll clean it up today. But the grout is inevitable. It's a part of the installation. But I'm going to show you ways of how you can make it more interesting than just, there's so many ways around grout. So we can sit and play with it. Again, I said an exception to the rule. You don't need grout when you're playing with these stacked stones. We're looking at this as a feature wall on a fireplace or maybe a butler's pantry. There's really cool places you can put these stacked stones, or in an exterior application too, on a wall only. In these types of places, as long as we're not putting it in a wet shower, and I have an exception there too, but have a chat with your local designer, we'll explain a little bit more. But no, this doesn't need grout for the installation, which is awesome. They've come in really great colors, they come more modern, they come, more I have no word for you right now. A little bit more texture, a little bit more dynamic there. So we can sit and play with that. So this would be our exception to the rule. That or our wonderful Baywood series. These two do not need grout to be installed. Again, you're looking at a feature wall. Some really cool, actually I'm putting this in this exact one in a client's office. So I will soon have install photos. He's gonna put it in the back wall of his office behind the cabinets. So I can't wait to see how that comes out. It's gonna be amazing, I can't wait. So no grout needed here. Normal, you're gonna need it for stone tiles, natural stone. So here I have travertine for us to take a look at. When I talk about travertine, it is your sedimentary material that had been, compressed over time, but it was in an area that had fissures under the table, and it came up with all these bubbles. So that's how you see all these holes in the tile. And but grout is you are absolutely right, selling HH. It is crucial to prevent all sorts of things. So we're gonna need, where a tile hits a countertop, you're gonna wanna have a seam of caulking. The wonderful thing about our grout is that all of these colors come with the coordinating caulking. The silicone will sit where the tile hits the countertop, the tile hits a corner, and where the tile hits the cabinet up above. Or if you go to transition, you go from this tile to then this tile and then more tile up above. In that transition, that's when you're gonna need that soft joint. You're also gonna need a soft joint on a floor. Anytime, I had this one installer who taught me a long time ago, anytime I'm even doing like a basic 5x5 bathroom on the floor, he likes to caulk the entire perimeter on the floor. This is up to installers, I'm not telling y'all what to do. This is just one guy told me, and I've kind of used that as practice. We caulk around the entire perimeter of the floor because the underlayment, what's underneath of the tile, will move. It'll expand and contract because it's wood and whatever the humidity in the room, that will move. If we have, there's a few ways, there's a crack isolation membrane you can put underneath of the tile installation, or two, we put that soft joint, that seam of caulk around the perimeter of the install. That way you don't have tiles that over time buckle. Our last showroom, we actually had a perfect example of that in the back hallway, where over time, we'd been in that building for about 18 years, and the tiles had just, because of the movement, had buckled, and when you would step on it, and a bunch of us gals wear high heels, so we would go boop, 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 as we were walking all over that back hallway. So those soft joints, totally gonna be crucial. And again, the wonderful thing about the grout that we carry is all of these colors come with a coordinating seam of caulking, or if we're going with white in a shower area, we have 100% silicone that we can also use in your installation. So I know I went off on a tangent around caulk, but again, at the end of the day, talk to your installer. As long as they're a good certified installer, talk to them. Talk to them. We'll give you our information from our manufacturer to make sure you have the right stuff for your project, though. Because again, there are definitely different types of grout. If I'm doing a tile that is going to be 1/8 of an inch larger of a grout joint, I want to make sure I'm using a sanded grout. Because I want to make sure that sand in the grout is going to keep things together and making sure that the grout doesn't flake out over time. If it's like 1/8 of an inch or smaller, so say we're doing like a wall tile, it's nice and tight on the walls, I can go for a non-sanded grout. Mind you, the vendor that we carry Their sanded grout is actually so fine, I can put that in a tighter grout joint. I like to play with the sanded versus non-sanded, also depending on the texture of the tile itself. So a travertine, regardless, I'm probably gonna want a sanded grout because I think it plays with the texture of the tile a whole lot better. So I have these two travertines sitting side by side, two different colors, but one big difference. It has been honed, but it is what they call an unfilled travertine. So you see all these wonderful holes. Great for adding texture to a space. But if I pick out a grout color that doesn't match 100%, actually this is pretty good match. Never mind, I did that on purpose, folks. Yep. So what they would then do is fill in all these holes, because I couldn't imagine having those unfilled on site. Because I couldn't imagine the dirt and the dust, whatever gets stuck in there. I wouldn't want to clean that. I'd be using a shop vac to try to suck that all out. I don't know. Filled, because this is then by the manufacturer, this is what they call honed and filled. So they actually fill it not with grout, but with a resin of some sort, and they fill in all these holes. But we can control the color that goes in those holes if we go with an unfilled, and I can fill it with the color that I want. Again, you can go contrasting, maybe not there, it kind of goes purple, but we can sit and play and find something complement. Again, I was really spot on with this color here. So trust my gut, any time of the week. I am your tile or your grout goddess. Just saying. Okay, so that's travertine stone. Any tile installation definitely needs grout. But then, besides just being utilitarian, grout can become an emphasis to your installation. We do white subway tile probably 9 times out of 10 in bathrooms. This area, very, very traditional, classic. But mind you, subway tile, which is just this format tile. It's the classic white brick, 3-inch by 6-inch. Timeless classic, was in style, is in style, will never go out of style. The option we do have with this subway tile is, are you gonna go with white grout, which is just nice. Mind you, no whites will ever match, but we're gonna be complementary as best possible. And it's gonna look like your classic install all the time. Alternatively, you can go with a cream grout, a gray grout, any color grout really. What I like to do with these is, whatever my bathroom floor tile is, say we're doing a bathroom, is to complement whatever's on the floor and bring that color up, just to create a bit of a softer look, a bit of a glow to the room, if you will. So that's just one simple and subtle way. Another design trend that we're seeing these days is going with the contrasting grout. So going with that black grout. Mind you, this is our in-stock material here, 2-inch by 6-inch. I'm forgetting the name, but please DM me if you're interested in, and I'll get you all those details. My brain is just blanking. But if you play with the darker grout, you see this is a distressed looking tile, and having that darker grout really gives to this kind of cottagey feel, this kind of country, slightly industrial feeling. So we can sit and play with that and make it a really edgy backsplash, a really pretty bathroom. We can sit and play with this. So, and in terms of tile, we can sit and find all the right colors to play with all of these tiles. I mean, there are so many options to play with here. So visit your local showroom, whether that is in Rockville, Bethesda, Alexandria, Baltimore, Vienna, or also, Atlanta. I think I always forget to say hi to Jill in Atlanta. We do have an Atlanta, Georgia, or an Atlanta showroom. So it's normally for the commercial department, but I know that, please go visit them. Go say hi to Jill. Go get some ideas over there for some tiles. So we are expanding, an ever-evolving company here. So check out Atlanta, even if you're just in the area. But please, you can, if you just glance around our showroom, we have all these wonderful displays of tiles, and we have so many colors that you can see, and we'll show you how to best complement the tile with the grout for your installation, however we need to do it. And then finally, my last little tidbit about grout is it can really change the look of the tile. If you look, these 3 tiles are each the same color tile. They are all white. But if you change the color of the grout, you can add a whole lot of drama or add a subtle ambiance to the space rather than going with a stark white tile. But grout can make or break your install. Again, please trust your designers in our showrooms. We are here to help. We are here to listen to you and make your space amazing. Even these 2 pieces here, you're seeing these are the same color pieces of glass done with the white grout, but you see how it adds the drama once we play with that blue-gray grout there. It's absolutely fantastic. So much to play with. Honestly, guys, that's it for me and your Tile Talk with Ginny. That is my little tidbit on grout. But please, DM us if you have questions. Visit your local showroom. And at the end of the day, visit our website, www.architesta.com and just check out some pictures and let us know how we can help you. Until next time, bye.